Fast fashion isn't just cheap clothes. It's a system that burns water, poisons rivers, fills landfills, fuels climate emissions, exploits children, and quietly trains your brain to crave novelty like a drug. And if you're thinking, I'm just a one person, this is exactly what the system needs you to believe. Because fast fashion only works when millions of good people stay numb. So, let's wake up. It takes 2,700 liters of water to make just one cotton t-shirt. That's roughly what one human drinks in 2.5 years. Fashion and textile industry are responsible for around 20% of global industrial wastewater pollution, largely from dyes and finishing chemicals. So somewhere on Earth, a river is being turned into chemical soup so a trend color can exist for 2 weeks. And those chemicals, they don't just disappear, they accumulate. They enter ecosystems and they enter our bodies. Most fast fashion is made of synthetic fibers, polyester, nylon, acrylic. On the normal human language, plastic. And plastic doesn't stay just inside your clothes. Laundry in synthetic clothes is one of the largest sources of primary microplastics globally. So fast fashion isn't just landfill waste, as I thought before, but it's an invisible pollution, the kind you can't unsee once you understand it. And I'm gonna explain it all to you. Globally, 92 million tons of textile waste are produced every year. The Ellen MacArthur Foundation describes the system like this. Every single second, the equivalent of a garbage truck full of clothes is landfilled or burned. Every single second. And the industry isn't just making clothes, it's making waste at industrial speed and calling it fashion. Fashion is responsible for roughly 2 to 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions. This is not a little. This is a major chunk of the climate crisis. And it's driven by overproduction, global shipping, energy-intensive manufacturing. So recycling alone won't fix this. The problem isn't disposal, it's volume. It's too much, too fast, too disposable. Now about the part that people don't want to hear. Fast fashion relies on child labor and exploited labor right now. In countries like Vietnam, Bangladesh, India, Cambodia, and Indonesia, in many garment-producing regions, children start working as young as 10 to 12 years old, despite international laws setting the minimum working age of 15. They work really long shifts, handle toxic chemicals, and leave school permanently. Vietnam, which is one of the world's largest garment exporters, operates under extreme pressure to meet Western demand. With weak oversight and ultra-low wages. In 2013, the Rana Plaza factory collapse killed 1,134 people. They were making clothes. I'm gonna link all the documentaries at the end of the video. When a shirt costs less than lunch, someone else is paying the rest. With their body, their childhood, their future. Here's the most dangerous part. Fast fashion doesn't just exploit the planet. It exploits you. It trains your nervous system to chase the new, to get dopamine from packages, to confuse consumption with identity. It lowers gratitude. It makes what you own feel invisible. It creates a restless dissatisfaction, the feeling that you need to become someone else by buying something else. And this is not a personal failure. It's a designed addiction loop. And I was in it too. How do we get out of this loop? Thrift, vintage, handmade. 90% of all the pieces I own now are coming from thrift stores like Buffalo Exchange, Goodwill. and sometimes vintage, and I get gifts. And people usually assume that I'm very rich by the ways I look, which is very funny. When you thrift, you extend the life of garments already made. You reduce demand for new production. You opt out of trend cycles. And vintage has something fast fashion never will: soul, durability, and intention. And when you support handmade artists, you're paying a human, not a system designed to erase them. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being conscious as much as we can. And what actually matters, that we can buy less, wear longer, choose natural fibers when possible. I know they're becoming more rare. We can wash less in bigger loads with cold water, repair, rewear, repeat. And ask yourself before you buy, am I buying a garment or a relief? Because the industry feeds on disconnection. And rebellion looks like presence, integrity, and refusing to be farmed for your attention. If this video helped you see things differently, share it, not to shame people, but to wake them up. Because once you see the true cost, you stop calling it cheap. Our choices today decide our tomorrow.